We appreciate your attendance and support for this very important activity. Our FTF team has organized an extensive selection of application demonstrations and training classes to showcase Freescale and its partners' solutions. Everything we do here is organized to really ensure that we meet your needs and your interests over the next several days. If there's anything that we can do to make this experience even more productive or more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask one of my colleagues. At this point, I'd like to thank every one of the sponsors for their support of the Freescale Technology Forum. And I'd like to give special thanks to our global platinum sponsors, Microsoft, Monte Vista, and Wind River. All of the sponsors are a critical component in the success of the Freescale Technology Forum. This year, we have assembled more than 110 hours of technical training classes and more than 70 Freescale and third-party demonstrations in our technology lab that you see right outside this ballroom. We hope you find the next 2 days both informative and inspiring. Since we met last year at the 2008 Freescale Technology Forum, our industry and the world in general has experienced some of the greatest economic challenges for several generations. This recession has had an unprecedented negative global impact, and no region has been immune to its effects. Export-oriented countries like China have been heavily impacted by the global economic slowdown. According to China's Ministry of Commerce, exports of home appliances, consumer electronics, and automotive components have seen a double-digit decrease. However, as the world economy gradually pulls out of this very terrible recession, China, we believe, is very well positioned to benefit from recovering trade. The World Trade Organization expects that China will overtake Germany this year as the world's top merchandise exporter. Many countries have undertaken a national stimulus package in order to help reduce the negative impact of this economic downturn. And I must say that the China stimulus package has been incredibly effective and efficient. In the first quarter of 2009, China's banks lent out as much money for investment as they did during the entire course of 2008. The majority of this funding was to government-guaranteed infrastructure projects. But one of the most promising elements has been the rebound in the growth of domestic consumer consumption. Retail spending in China is growing at the highest rate since 1993. And the growth in domestic tourism and in automobile sales has surprised even the China economists. In fact, 75% of all car purchases were by first-time car buyers, and those purchases were fully self-financed. So in the short term, it seems that consumer confidence and consumer consumption here in China might be the most beneficial contribution that China is making to the worldwide turnaround from this economic recession. From a global perspective, it appears that the markets are finally starting to stabilize. And we certainly hope that the worst of this downturn is finally over. Moving forward, the rate of recovery, unfortunately, is expected to be at a much lower rate than we have collectively experienced over recent years. In order to compete effectively against this backdrop, businesses need to become more efficient and more agile, at least for the next few years. Both economic and human resources will be limited, so they must be used wisely in the pursuit of growth opportunities for our companies. Last year at Freescale, we recognized this need for dramatic change, and we began the transformation of Freescale into a more focused company. Our company today is focused on what we consider to be our core strengths: embedded processors, microcontrollers, digital signal processors, RF, analog, and sensors, as well as the software necessary to enhance Freescale solutions. And as a company more focused on those growth opportunities where we believe that our technology leadership can help deliver a clear competitive advantage to you, our customers. Freescale, in a sense, is becoming a new company. We made the difficult decision to exit the cellular chipset business. R&D funding for the next generation of cellular handsets is increasing dramatically, while consolidation of the cellular handset market is making it increasingly difficult to achieve the scale necessary to support that investment. And we believe at Freescale that we would not be able to do that and still fund the other businesses at our core. We made the decision to invest in growing our automotive and our networking businesses. We are concentrating our R&D and customer support to strengthen our leadership positions in those markets. And we are also cautiously investing in pursuing selected industrial and consumer opportunities where we believe our product portfolio and technology set us apart from the competition and deliver unique solutions for our customers. We are enhancing our design productivity. Our enhanced strategic focus will enable us to define better products and future product roadmaps that are aligned with these high-growth market opportunities. We're improving our product development cycle and improving our technology support resources. We're also streamlining our business processes across the corporation, from our supply chain through sales and marketing. And we're identifying and eliminating process bottlenecks and organizational inefficiencies that impair our speed of execution. Freescale is focused on being faster and more responsive to our customers. And we're focused on delivering operational excellence in everything we do. At our heart, we are an embedded processing company, and we're happy that we are the global leader in embedded processing. Looking forward, we see a world where Freescale will continue to drive automotive innovation. Our embedded processing technology will be the key to cleaner and safer transportation. In networking, Freescale is the connection to a more intelligent planet. Our embedded processing and RF leadership enhances communication, entertainment, and information. Our embedded processing expertise is helping lead a new industrial revolution, where our solutions are at the heart of intelligent, energy-efficient material control and manufacturing systems. And our sensor, analog, RF, and embedded processors are providing the differentiated technology required to create new categories of connected consumer devices that blur the boundaries between entertainment and communications. Freescale, as I said, is the leader in embedded processing and is a critical component to building and maintaining leadership in embedded processing, providing the software and development tools that help our customers move their ideas from concept to market quickly and efficiently. One of the core purposes of this FTF is to demonstrate our efforts and progress to provide you with the best possible solutions to help you develop products and systems that enable your companies to win. In networking, multi-core processors are essential to delivering the industry-leading levels of integration, performance, and energy efficiency required for next-generation communication systems. However, testing and optimizing application software for systems based upon embedded multi-core processors can be a complex and time-consuming task. To help solve this challenge, Freescale has introduced our Vertica software. This is production-ready, application-level software specifically for our multi-core solutions to dramatically reduce the time needed by you, our customers, for your development tasks. To enable rapid prototyping for our microcontrollers, we have introduced the Freescale Tower system. This is a modular development platform with reconfigurable hardware that enables developers to mix and match MCUs and peripheral boards to save money and months of development time through rapid prototyping and tool reuse. To streamline embedded designs with our acceleration, pressure, and proximity sensors, Freescale has introduced the Sensor Toolbox. This is a unified set of development software, customizable plug-and-play boards, and complementary sensor algorithms to help you get the most out of your sensor-related designs. This is just a brief snapshot of the extensive development support available from Freescale and our Design Alliance partners. You can see these solutions and much, much more in our technology lab here over the next several days. In challenging times like this, it's easy to become internally focused and in doing so lose sight of the opportunities ahead. However, one of the most distinguishing characteristics of a leader is the ability to look forward and to ask the questions: what's new? Why is it better? What can we do about it? For the past several years, we have concentrated on three major trends that we feel represent the engines of our future growth. First of these is the net effect. This is the emergence of user-created content and the multimedia experience which is driving the insatiable demand for networking bandwidth. The second trend is health and safety. The need for improved healthcare monitoring and the opportunity for electronics to provide a safer life for all of us. And the third trend is going green. The need for energy conservation and the quest for preserving the environment for future generations. The continued convergence of these trends is creating demand for new applications that often combine multiple technologies and require embedded processing expertise, embedded control solutions that span multiple markets. As the industry leader in these embedded processing and control areas, we believe that Freescale is uniquely positioned to address the growing demand that comes from the confluence of these trends. So let's take a look at each of the three of these. First, we'll look at the net effect. The proliferation of networking, social networking, user-generated content, combined with the impact of broadband, constant connectivity, and the dramatic growth of mobile devices is creating new social communities and new business and consumer behaviors around the world. Thanks to the growing availability of high-speed internet access and search technology, user-generated content has become one of the most dominant forms of global media. Research has shown that 92% of China's 243 million broadband consumers contribute today to social media such as forums, bulletin boards, chat rooms, and blogs. That is compared to only 105 million Americans, or 76% of the U.S. population. With new generations growing up on the internet, we are beginning to see a dramatic shift in the way these web users view video, TV shows, and even movies. In a survey of young internet users in America, 90% use video sharing sites today. That's compared to only 72% who used them just 1 year ago. Overall, 22% of American adults have cut back on the amount of time they spend watching cable or television shows during the last 12 months. And among this group of online video viewers, 32% have connected their computers to their television screens to watch internet video. Global mobile TV adoption is also expected to grow by 46% in the next 4 years. Japan and South Korea accounted for about half of the 70 million mobile TV subscribers in 2008. And they will continue to be the majority of the projected 450 million subscribers by 2013. But significant growth is also expected in other Asia-Pacific markets, including India and China. China's wireless operators are moving aggressively on their 3G rollouts to capture share of the domestic market for mobile data services. China is the world's biggest mobile market, with 634 million subscribers. And by injecting more than $6.2 billion this year for wireless infrastructure development, the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology is expecting 500 million subscribers for 3G internet and video-enabled services in the next 5 years. The next growth trend is focused on health and safety. Virtually every day, we are seeing breakthroughs in medical therapies and diagnostic discoveries. As a result, people in many countries around the world are enjoying a higher standard of living and quality of life than ever before. Economic development, urbanization, and the globalization of consumer markets are allowing people to live longer. And we're seeing the focus of the public health agenda throughout the world shift towards chronic diseases like hypertension, cardiac failure, diabetes, and cancer. Chronic disease rates have been rising around the world. In the most recent survey of global data, 60% of deaths worldwide were due, at least in part, to chronic diseases. The major economic impacts of chronic diseases include higher healthcare costs, lost productivity, disability, and death amongst the working age population. A recent study estimated that 22% of China's total healthcare expenditures went for the care of diet-related chronic diseases. The estimated productivity cost of these diseases was 0.5% of China's gross domestic product. To address this growing challenge, the medical industry is shifting from a high-cost, treatment-oriented approach to medicine to a more preventive discipline. Preventive medicine will require the successful combination of medical and information technologies to help provide improved levels of medical care, patient monitoring, and life-saving methods. A new era of telemedicine will incorporate wireless technology and internet connectivity to allow caregivers to monitor their patients while encouraging as active a lifestyle as possible. The proliferation of personal medical devices connecting patient and doctor will redefine the way we conduct regular checkups. These devices will be able to detect diseases early, dramatically decrease complications, simplify care, and lower healthcare costs. Freescale is helping enable new diabetes monitoring solutions like glucometers and insulin pumps. Our embedded processing technologies deliver best-in-class performance with low power consumption and integrated RF connectivity that help diabetes patients avoid acute complications like hypoglycemia and kidney failure. Real-time cardiac monitoring solutions are allowing patients with heart disease to live a life without constant fear. Our high-performance 32-bit embedded processors, digital signal processors, and digital signal controllers are establishing portable heart monitoring solutions for those who are suffering from hypertension, arrhythmia, and cardiac failure. Of course, the best preventive medicine starts by living a healthy life with proper nutrition and exercise. Wellness and fitness applications, from pedometers to treadmills and digital bicycles, are beginning to incorporate functions like calorie counters and heart rate monitors. Freescale's microcontroller portfolio delivers one of the best price-performance ratios available for these types of applications. Safety is also an extremely important trend in the world today. When it comes to safety, there's probably no better market segment more focused on this topic than the automotive market. Stringent safety regulations around the world are aimed at preventing accidents and minimizing traffic-related fatalities. Safety features introduced years ago, like anti-lock braking, airbags, and tire pressure monitoring systems, are being integrated with completely new capabilities, like active safety equipment that can actually help prevent accidents before they occur. Advanced safety systems like adaptive cruise control, lane departure warnings, and radar for object detection will add embedded intelligence to the vehicle for a higher level of safety, efficiency, and convenience. We will begin to see vehicle-to-vehicle and vehicle-to-infrastructure wireless communications. Embedded intelligence in the vehicle will be able to recognize traffic signs to maintain proper speed limits or to alert the driver about approaching stop signs. And sensors will be able to detect pedestrians around the vehicle as well as monitor that the driver is alert and aware. Our third growth trend is going green. It deals with perhaps the most significant challenge that is facing the engineering community today: the need to improve energy efficiency in absolutely everything that we create. Energy is embedded in virtually every aspect of our economy and our lives. And by simply using energy more efficiently, we can make an enormous difference. It is our hope that through improved energy efficiency and innovation, we at Freescale can help address many of the environmental challenges that we face as a global society. For the transportation industry, the prospect of rising oil prices and global warming has intensified the demand for more fuel-efficient vehicles, while at the same time meeting ever-tightening standards on emissions. In the consumer market, many countries around the world are instituting new standards to eliminate vampire electronics. That is, those devices that consume a huge amount of energy even when they're operating in a standby mode. And the industrial sector accounts for about 37% of global energy consumption. Through the use of high-efficiency motors, improved process control, automation, information processing, and robotics, we can help save the energy output equal to hundreds of coal-fired power plants. As we look for solutions to these global energy challenges, efficiency is one of our most effective levers. And semiconductor technology, including embedded processing and power management circuits, will be instrumental in solving many of the critical environmental issues that we face on our planet. So those are the global trends that we see will drive markets today and for the foreseeable future. Now I'd like to talk about the growth opportunities as we see them here in China and the Asia-Pacific region, and provide some insights into what Freescale is doing to address this. Let's start with the automotive industry. In 2009, China has surpassed the United States as the largest car market in the world. And it is projected by the end of this year, China will displace Japan as the largest car producer in the world. Despite this strength in domestic sales, China only exported 61,000 vehicles in the first quarter of this year. As China positions itself as a major player in the global automotive market, a key challenge will be to engineer cars that meet stringent international emissions and safety standards. This will require experience in vehicle development, the integration of advanced embedded processing technology, and the ability to achieve international benchmarks for performance, for fuel economy, for safety, and for quality as well. As the world leader in semiconductors in the automotive industry, Freescale is uniquely positioned and strongly committed to helping develop these capabilities in the China automotive industry. Last year, we established a joint automotive lab with Chery to develop powertrain and engine control systems. We also formed an alliance with Comtech to develop customized module solutions for automotive electronics. Earlier this year, we established a joint automotive electronics lab with Dongfeng to develop next-generation body electronics, powertrain, and hybrid electric vehicle technologies for the global automotive market. As the leader in this area, Freescale has partnered with the industry's leading manufacturers and suppliers to help drive standards for component software and interconnectivity. We have solid, long-standing relationships with nearly every automotive manufacturer and every Tier 1 supplier in the world. And we know what it takes to meet the stringent requirements of the global automotive industry. Freescale offers one of the most comprehensive embedded processing, analog, and sensor portfolios for the automotive market. Our auto-qualified microcontrollers, analog ICs, and sensors cover the complete spectrum of automotive applications, including body electronics, powertrain, safety, and driver information systems. As emerging automotive markets like China continue to gain momentum, vehicles will need cost-optimized solutions that incorporate more advanced chassis and safety systems like airbags, high pressure monitoring systems, and electronic stability control. Freescale offers solutions for both point-to-point and bus-based satellite interface architectures. So as these systems evolve, they can scale to higher performance as required. Next, I'd like to talk about the growth of China's networking infrastructure. The rapid growth of China's economy and the government's push to expand telephone and broadband to the country's rural areas have resulted in one of the most aggressive networking expansion of infrastructure that's ever been witnessed. The China Internet Network Information Center recently reported that the number of China's internet users has surpassed the total population of the United States. Early this year, the government began to issue its licenses for 3G services. As a result, spending on wireless infrastructure equipment in China is expected to rise to more than $6 billion in the year 2009. That's an increase of 13%. What's astounding about that is when you compare it to the rest of the world, which is expected to actually decline by 3.5% over this time frame. Freescale is playing a key role in delivering the performance improvements and the cost reductions required to bring these next generation's network to life. We're the global leader in embedded communications processors, and we're working with the leading data communications and telecommunications equipment manufacturers, many of whom are based in China, Korea, and Japan, to develop the next generation systems required to support broadband, multimedia, and the wireless experience. To give you more detailed insight into our networking roadmap and where we see the market going, I would like to invite on stage Lisa Su, Freescale Senior Vice President, General Manager of our Networking and Multimedia Group.